Ugh. I bust me nozzle. Hey everyone, it's Foxx from modelmakingguru.com here. Welcome to part one of, well, not a special build, but a kind of a forced circumstance build. You know how kind of like I'm doing the perfect grade Zaku, and then I started doing the master grade unicorn with 8 billion decals, and then I also started doing the big 1/60th scale Freedom Gundam. Well, I kind of bust the nozzle on my airbrush, so I've got a couple of days downtime. So what I started doing, because it just arrived the other day, was, because I'm an idiot, basically I started another build, which I can't possibly hope to complete all at the same time, which is basically this puppy, which is the 1/60th scale Strike Gundam. Because I'm an idiot and I keep buying these damn things. Somebody needs to stop me buying this shit. Now, before you ask, the reason I'm doing this is I'm actually selling my Perfect Grade Strike Rouge kit. There was a plan for myself and Tony Icon Spool Solids Fairclough to do a co-op build. He would do the Ailstrike backpack and the Skygraptor plane, and I would do the mobile suit. However, time is against me. I'm just not going to get time to do it. It's been sitting in my room for 2 years. So Tony's going to be taking delivery of that particular mobile suit. So that will be his very shortly. So that will be leaving my presence, and he will have the pleasure of building the Perfect Grade Strike Rouge Ailstrike pack and Skygrasper. So that's going to a new home. Whee! And I can't wait to see Tony build that. I can't wait to see the panic ensue as he realises there's 8 trillion parts. Anyway, I really like the Strike Gundam. So in the absence of doing the Perfect Grade, which I'll never get around to doing, and I really won't, you haven't seen my pile of shame, I got myself the 1/60 scale Strike Gundam, which is basically a massive high grade, similar to the Freedom Gundam I've got. It's a very simple build, high grade kit, but it's 1/60 scale, so it's not got the detailed haul of a Perfect Grade, and it's got millions of less parts, but it's going to be fun. So, as you can see, the instructions are pretty basic. They're like slightly more complex than a mega size. I mean, it's not hard. You get a whole section just to apply the head to the body. So, yeah, it should be fun. So anyway, I'm biding my time. But because I broke my airbrush, what happened with the airbrush? Well, basically, I was spraying on Saturday, and I had a real nightmare spraying session where nothing would go right. I was trying to do panel lining on the Perfect Grade Zaku. Basically, what was happening was, it was just drying out all the time. Like every 10, 15, 20 seconds, I was constantly trying to get paint off the needle, and it was doing my head in. To the point where I had to give up, and just half the parts I'd pre-shaded. This is the armour parts for the Perfect Grade. Half the parts I pre-shaded, half the parts I just like, you know what, I'm just going to paint them black. Because the paint when I was spraying it normally is fine. When I was close up doing the pre-shading, really close up, of course the backblast of the air back off the model onto the nozzle was drying everything out, so I was constantly having to fart around. So yeah, that was a real pain. So in the end, when you see that part 3 of the Zaku build, you'll see I've done half the parts pre-shaded and half the parts just painted black. I was using the Ammo of MiG Satin Black, and it came out, in the end it came out quite good, because it means I can show you both ways of doing the pre-shading with lines, or just painting it black, the old Industrial Light and Magic method. So it's not the end of the world. But anyway, I was in a grumpy mood, took the nozzle off, cleaned it all out for about the 15th time, put the nozzle back on, over-tightened it. Came to undo the nozzle, snap. Nozzle came out, the thread off the nozzle stayed in the head unit of the airbrush. So I'm like, arse. So a new head unit and nozzle has been ordered. I did try using, and here's an update for you, I did try using the 0.5 head and nozzle and needle on my Iwata, Neo for Iwata TRN1. And for some reason, it just didn't work. Everything fitted in perfectly, but when I was spraying paint, it was going pss, 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 like that. It was like paint, no paint, paint, no paint, paint, no. I tried thinning the paint down, I couldn't figure it out. So in the end, I took it all out. I don't know what was going on there. Very strange, just by changing it to a 0.5mm. I know it's not my compressor, because my compressor could cope with my Revolution, which is 0.5mm. So Who knows? So anyway, yeah, new nozzle and stuff ordered. The Perfect Grade Zaku is at weekends now, only, because that's when I can spray until I've got all the spraying out of the way. So this thing, what I'm doing, just to keep my weeks busy, because the decals on the Master Grade Unicorn sapped my entire will to live, and I will do them. I'm just going to do them over time, because there's so many decals. So what I decided was just to crack on with this. While I'm sat here of a weekday evening, when there's not much else for me to do, it's too late to do any airbrushing, because it's too noisy, it's not fair to the neighbours. What I tend to do is sit here, and I'm not at my normal work desk, you will notice. This is my actual desk, where my computer is and other things. Typically I'll sit here and I'll, like, instead of watching TV, I'll watch stuff on the internet. And I'll watch my beloved The Bill. As you know, I've been working my way through The Bill for the last about year and a half now, starting from 1984. I'm currently I'm just about to watch the episode where Chandler has his big downfall. I think it's about 2002, I think. So I've only got a few years left to go. It's been a good year and a half. But what I tend to do is, of an evening, if I really can't be arsed doing anything, I'll watch a few episodes of The Bill, eat my tea, veg out. So what I've decided to do is, denubbing is the most sucky thing in the world. But while I'm sat here watching The Bill, I may as well do some denubbing, because I don't have to watch the screen. I can just listen to what's going on. And the screen is right here. Let me show you. Sorry about that, the phone fell off the hanger. The screen is right here. Oh, there's The Bill. Good old Tony Stamp, what a star. So that's what I'm watching while I'm working on this strikey Gundam, while I'm doing the denubbing. So at this stage, all I'm doing is denubbing, and I've actually gathered everything together into bags. I love this sound, it's like thin Lego. I've not finished yet. What have we got? We've got right hand, the head, both arms, because the arms are identical but the hands are different. We have the torso, we have parts for the waist, and the parts for the left hand. To give you an idea, let's get the head out. I'm sure this is all doing the shiny reflective nonsense now, so apologies. Let's get the head pieces out, just so you get an idea of the size of this thing. There is the V-fin. And here are the halves of the head, if I can get them out of the bag. So you can see, it's quite a big puppy. I've no idea where the camera is. Am I actually in shot? Yeah, just about. So you can see how big the head is. It's quite substantial. There is a seam line there I'll need to take care of. So yeah, so this I've just been so far denubbing, cleaning up the parts, having a jolly old time watching The Bill while I'm doing it. So this will just fit in as and when. Obviously I'm going to get the same problem with this as I'll get with all my other kits that I can't spray in the evening. So when I've done this and got all the parts prepped, I'll probably go back to the Unicorn Gundam to get all the decals done. I need quiet evening pursuits during the week. So yeah, so I thought I'd just film this, because then obviously when I do start painting, we'll do another video build. I'll film everything, me. No reason not to. So that's it really, just a quick hello on this kit. The next episode will probably be weeks and weeks and weeks from now, when I've actually got around to doing some priming and painting. But that's it really, just wanted to say this is what I'm working on as well, because I am an idiot and I can't do one thing at once. I have to do 18 things at once, because I get bored of things so quickly. And the thing you'll learn about me, I may show these whole video builds, and I do adore model making, but so much of model making is tedium that I do get bored very, very easily. And a kit which can be, I can sit and dream about building a kit for months and months and months, and when I get it, I get bored halfway through. So it's very easy for that to happen. And that's why I film these things, partially because it's fun to do and I like to show you how to do things and teach you guys how to do it, but partially because it motivates me to carry on building a kit. My history is littered with so many half-finished kits because I got bored. For me, the process is reasonably enjoyable, but the main thing I love doing is the end result. The process itself sometimes is just not interesting to me at all. So that's how I work. So anyway, enough waffle. Just a quick episode to say hello. This is starting. Perfect Grade Zaku episode 3 is in production. I've just started doing some panel pre-shading, as I said, and there'll be some painting. The Master Grade Unicorn, that'll be as and when, but that's only a video update anyway, occasional updates on that one, so there won't be regular episodes of that. This one I'll probably film as a proper build because it's just big ass. So that's it really. I thought I'd just say hello, give you something to watch. Stay tuned for the next one of these at some point. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think what else has been going on. Any other gossip I need to pass on to you? Oh, I got some more of the Ultimate Modelling Products sanding sticks. They're off to the side. Ordered some more. Man, I love those sanding sponges. I've been using the polishing ones on these. I've got them here somewhere. I've been using this one, which is the something or other grit, and the polishing and buffing one. I got a big pack of loads of these. If you've never used these Ultimate Standing Sticks, and I'm not being sponsored for them, by the way, I'm just telling you while I'm on, these are really good. If you're not painting your Gunpla and you need to get that nice plastic smooth look once you've got rid of the nub, these is brilliant. You've got like a reasonably coarse, but not too coarse grit, medium grit. Then you've got a fine and an ultra fine, just for getting that plastic sheen back. I'm having a great time. I don't actually need to, because I'm painting this, I don't need to really polish the plastic back. But you know what? It's actually kind of enjoyable when you're watching the bill at the same time. So yeah. Good thing with this is it's so big that there's a few nubs, but they're really small nubs relative to the size of the plastic. So, and there's not many parts. What else has been going on? Can't think of anything else that's been going on. Oh, I got some more, and I might do a review of this at some point. I got myself some more. I've lost one of them. Some more Carson's Paint Killer. This stuff is great. I've had a tin of this spray for about 2 years, and it's lasted me about 2 years. I've ordered some more, bottle and spray. What is this stuff? It's basically xylene in a bottle. If you breathe it in, you will die. But if you really need to get paint off your airbrush, or even paint off a piece of a model part, this stuff will shift any kind of paint. I always give a little quick blast through my airbrush because it's solvent safe. It's not going to dissolve. If you put this through any old airbrush, it might dissolve your rubber seals. So make sure your brush is solvent proof before you use this. I'll clean out with other things, but if it's really been a while, I'll bop some of this through the airbrush and back blow it. This stuff will take paint off anything. I wouldn't use it to clean parts, but if you say you get some paint on a canopy, you can get a Q-tip or a cotton bud, dip it in this stuff, and just wipe it on, and that paint will come away and your plastic will be perfectly clean. I wouldn't like to use it on bare Gunpla plastic. You know what bare Gunpla plastic is like. It will just dissolve. So, but yeah, if you clean out your airbrush, this stuff's like fantastic. I've not met anything like it. I've used other solvent cleaners, and they are horrible and dangerous, and this is as well. But for a quick blast through the airbrush, just make sure you're wearing a mask. Perfect. It's quite hard to get. It seems to come only from Germany. You have to get it online. And I hate the way they've put an apostrophe in them at the end of it. Works. Since when is work a possessive? But never mind. But yeah, if you've got a really hard to clean airbrush and it's not coming clean at all, get some of this stuff. You'll find it invaluable. I've not tried cleaning brushes with it. It'll probably just eat the brush. What else has been going on? I can't think of anything else that's been going on. While I mentioned my pile of shame, this is kind of going on to a rambly, wandery episode, but I'm not updating as often as I do because these builds are long and drawn out. So let's have a chat. Somebody asked me about my pile of shame. What is in my pile of shame? Currently in my pile of shame, and somebody also asked about if I'm ever going to do anything apart from Gunpla. I will. I promise you. I have to force myself to go back to gluing kits, which is just ass. My pile of shame includes the high-grade Bear Guy F family, so the big bear and the little bear. Got to do that at some point. I have the high-grade 144 scale Giara Zulu guard type. I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be my proper first high-grade kit. I've always been dismissive of high grades because they're so small and full of seam lines. Modern ones, they're actually really detailed, and I've been looking at the parts and it looks beautiful. So I'm looking forward to it. Plus it looks like a German. Looks like a German soldier. So I'm going to just make that look awesome. What else have I got? I have a Revell. I know, Revell. However, there's a reason I've got it. Revell Foxx Armoured Personnel Carryover that I'm going to give a very special paint scheme. That will happen at some point in the future. That'll be a Model Maker's Treehouse build that myself and Ted and Tyne Kabouter and Tony and some others will do. That's way off in the distance. That'll be a group build. What else have we got? I have the AMT. Is it AMT? Maybe AMT. I can't remember. What's it called? The Mackie Raider that I started doing hundreds of years ago. Must go back to that. What else do I have? There's also a Colonial 1 Battlestar Galactica. Colonial 1 that's actually, as you can see, has gathered some significant dust. Yeah, I got the kit and thought this would be brilliant. And then I got the kit and realised it was actually really small. And then I looked at the decals and I thought, I don't like the look of that. Knowing what Mobius kit decals are like, as in the ass, basically. So yeah, I've got that to get to. What else do I have waiting in the wings? I think that's it for kits that I'm aware of. There probably are some others that I've forgotten all about. So yeah, quite a few in the pile. Oh, shame. Any other news? Oh, there's also a Y-wing. The Bandai Y-wing I've got to do. If you haven't seen Tony Helgen35 on YouTube, if you haven't seen his Y-wing, he's finished it now. Go and watch. It looks fantastic. Plus a few running repairs he's carried out on the way because of being a spoon and breaking things, because he can't leave stuff alone when he has to fiddle with it and he breaks it. What else? Nothing else I can think of. So we're going to leave it there. I've just waffled for, what, 15 minutes about mostly bullshit. We'll come back to this when I've denubbed it and when I get round to chance to painting it. So when we move on the perfect grade Zaku to the small painting details, what I might do is then shift the Zaku to weeknights when I can do quiet things. The Strike Gundam to weekends, or the Big Freedom Gundam, whichever one. But that's going to do it for now. I will basically shut the fuck up and go away. Leave you to the rest of your evenings. Thank you so much for watching. Don't know when the next one will be, but stay tuned. As always, subscribe to me, Model Making Guru on Facebook, and at Model Making Guru on the Twitters. If you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe. There's loads of good stuff, and I will get round to making some non-Gumpler. But you know what? Once you've made a Gumpler, it's really hard to go back to something that's not a Gumpler, because Bandai are just the dog's bollocks, basically. They are just... when you can't... Why go back to making a glue kit when these things just fit together beautifully? Doubling your work. Anyway, that's going to do it. Let me bugger off and leave you to your evening. Take care of yourselves. Speak to you soon. Have a good time. Chill out. Go catch some Pokemons.
Pika pika!
I'm level 14 now. No, 13. I did my first gym battle the other day and I was rubbish because I was horribly underpowered. But my two friends, Nikki and Chris, were relatively powered, so they could actually go into the gym and take on the Pokemons that were already there. I was underpowered, but I joined in anyway, just for the hell of it. And I fared miserably, but we did manage to take over the gym. Go team whatever blue is. Yay. Did manage to take over the gym. And just to make my point, I left my little 12 CP Magikarp behind as my little... it didn't last very long. I didn't make any money off that puppy, I'll tell you. Anyway, go play Pokemon, go build more things. Remember to send me pictures of your builds. Send me pictures, post up on the Facebook page. If you want to send me pictures of your works, by the way, you can post them on the Facebook page, or even Facebook page. However, bear in mind, if you post them on the Facebook page, they go onto the visitors post page, which nobody ever sees. Nobody ever looks at that. Nobody, not anybody in the world. Not even Tony Fairclough looks at that. So if you've got loads of pictures of a model you want me to show off on the front page, send me a private message on Facebook on the Model Making Group page. Message me with the pictures. I'll pop them on the front page for you. That way everybody gets to see them and everybody gets to tell you how brilliant you are. So yeah, anyway, better go. I've got to go and have my tea now. I wonder what's for tea. I heard the freezer being raided, so there's probably something like pizza or sausages or something. Bacon. Right. Adios, amoebas.